Hey, what's going on, entrepreneurs, future business owners, and persons seeking self-development? I am Crass Businessman. Today is Wednesday, so we'll be discussing a current event / controversial issue. Today's quote of the day is, if you want to be better, you can't be okay with mediocrity. And that's from me, because I honestly couldn't find a quote that wasn't, over-the-top liberal or something that I fundamentally disagreed with. So after finding myself in a few clickbait tornadoes, I came across a New York Times article about how students feel about the concept of shaming. And it seems to be that the majority of society believes that shaming is a bad thing in every way. I completely disagree. But before you get upset, allow me to elaborate. First, let us define shaming. Shaming is the act of making someone feel embarrassed or guilty because of someone's actions, characteristics, or associations. So first we're going to talk about the larger concepts. There's two main ones. Fat shaming. Before we begin, I want to make something very clear. I'm not advocating for people to be dickheads or bullies or anything of the sort. What I do take issue with is the idea that almost no actions or conditions are bad. For example, when someone is clearly and visibly overweight by a large margin, saying that they're healthy is first and foremost factually inaccurate, and in the same token, contributing to an environment that okays this behavior is what's known as enabling. This is commonly seen in situations involving addictions. The definition of enabling, simply put, is shielding people from experiencing the full impact and consequences of their behavior. It's bad. Enabling is different from helping and supporting in that it allows the enabled person to be irresponsible without recourse. According to PhD Karen Kaligi on the anatomy of addiction, those who habitually enable dysfunctional behavior are often referred to as codependent. Enabling not only doesn't help, it actively causes harm and makes the situation much worse. The enabler effectively takes away any motivation for the addict to take responsibility for his or her own actions, and without that motivation, there is little reason for the addict to change. End quote. Fucking makes sense to me. Main takeaway is that when something is very clearly and inarguably not good, such as obesity and the myriad of health problems that follow, enabling the behavior will only make it worse. This doesn't mean that the problem will be solved by calling people a fat ass. Once again, not saying to do that. I'm merely reiterating the drawbacks to accepting bad behaviors. And the second most popular topic when talking about shaming is slut shaming. This is interesting because the dictionary definition is that a slut is a woman who has many casual sexual partners. If this is factually true, it really doesn't make sense to be upset. If someone told me that I was a toothpick, two things come to mind. First, obviously this person is an asshole. Probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to care what this person thinks. Thought crime isn't a thing, and they're going to think what they want no matter what. Second thing that comes to mind is maybe there's some truth to it, and now I have a choice. I can either get upset that they told me the truth, or change the outcome. To me, the latter is considerably more productive. If I'm upset that people call me skinny, there's 1,000,001 ways to change it. If it bothers me that much, I can change it. But it shouldn't. Because you can't control what other people say, what they think, or what they do. I think that the main reason there's so much issue with shaming is that people often misinterpret what the term freedom actually means. Freedom doesn't mean the ability to do whatever the fuck you want without consequences or judgment. It means freedom from tyranny and basic human rights. If you decide to sleep with all the guys on the football team, that's your choice. But people are going to judge you accordingly. An argument could be easily made that there's potential adverse effects from sleeping with multiple partners, and therefore it's causing harm and it's not good, but that's not the point I'm trying to emphasize in this portion of it. What I want to point out is the ridiculousness of what these people are asking. If you decide, once again, I'm going through the example, if you decide to sleep with the football team and expect no one to take notice, to not say anything, and to not think anything, and furthermore that they shouldn't, you're fucking delusional. People are going to think what they think, especially when you're introducing new stimuli. That's about it for this video, guys. I'm going to wait in anticipation for the Molotov cocktails to come through, crashing through my living room window. But before that happens, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, stay productive.